Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I would love to take this opportunity to welcome you to my channel. If you like quick and easy recipes, meal ideas, some little quirkiness, then you're in the right place. With that being said, today we're going to be making a very simple stuffed peppers, stuffed green peppers. I haven't made these in a long time. I'm pretty sure I don't have these already on my channel. If I do, guess what? You're going to get them again. We're going to make these the way my mom used to make them. You know what that means for you? They're gonna be amazing. She kind of made hers like her stuffing was almost like a meatloaf stuffing inside, and I'm telling you, they were to die for. So, seen peppers on sale at the grocery store, big peppers, and I thought, that's what I'm gonna make for dinner today. I'm gonna make some mashed potatoes to go with mine. We're gonna keep it simple. I think you're gonna like this recipe. I know I like this recipe, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, not pictured here is my peppers. I don't have those out yet. I gotta get those out. I forgot to get them out. Don't be hating. Right here I've got about 1.5 pounds of ground chuck. I like to use ground chuck. We're also gonna use a little bit of Parmesan cheese. And if I have some regular cheese, Parmesan cheese shredded in the refrigerator, we're gonna use that as well. We're gonna use some instant rice. Jasmine is my favorite, you already know that. We're gonna use a small onion, a couple cloves of garlic, some diced tomatoes, an egg, that's what you call that, an egg, some breadcrumbs, some onion flakes. We're probably going to use a little bit of garlic powder as well, some Worcestershire sauce, say that fast 3 times, and some tomato ketchup. Now the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and get started chopping our onion and our garlic. We're going to get our meat in a bowl, and then we'll go over everything that we're going to add in it. I'm going to remove the skins. Sometimes it's easier than others, right? I can't take no more of those onions. Should have just put the thing in their holes, what I should have done. So I'm going to put these in my bowl. These onions are brutal. And the garlic as well. Every little bit of that. All right, now at this point, we're just going to go ahead and add the rest of our ingredients. I'm using, like I said, 1.5 pounds of ground chuck today. This might be a little too much. I think I don't remember if I bought 4 or 5 peppers, but if it is, I can just take the remaining mixture here and freeze it, and then maybe in a few days or whatever, a couple weeks, whatever, I can make some. I gotta get a sip of my tea. I can make some little meatloaf muffin cups, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna add some Worcestershire sauce to this. You're gonna use probably about 2 tablespoons. You want your meat to be nice and seasoned. You already know that. You already know I'm gonna tell you that. You want your meat to be nice and seasoned. And then we're gonna use some onion flakes as well. They're gonna give it a nice oniony flavor. Some breadcrumbs. You're going to use probably about 1/2 to about 1/2. These are just plain breadcrumbs. Now, if you wanted to do like some people make these peppers, stuffed peppers, like an Italian style stuffed pepper. Not my game. I'm not into that. 1 egg. But if that is your game, you go right ahead. And then we're going to add some ketchup. Oh, Lord have mercy. I hope I got more ketchup than this. Sorry, the school bus just went by. Now your diced tomatoes, I thought I had petite dice. because you know I'm all about petite dice, but these are not. These are just regular tomatoes, diced. I'm a little disappointed. So we're gonna pour some of the juice in there, and about half of that, because the rest of this we're gonna put over top of our peppers. I was gonna call them tomatoes. And I'm also gonna add just a little bit of the Parmesan cheese, just a little bit. We might have to add a little bit more breadcrumbs into here. Go ahead and preheat your oven to, I'm gonna cook mine on 400 today. So we're gonna use about, you don't wanna inundate it with rice, but you wanna know it's there. We're gonna put a half a cup of rice in. Well, you know what, that might even be too much. Look at that. We're gonna use about a third cup of rice. How's that? We're gonna go in with our hands. Make sure your hands are nice and clean. Oh, it smells so good. It smells good already. I'm just gonna make sure this is nice and well combined. Like I said, we might have to add some more breadcrumbs into this, which it feels like we're going to. And if you don't have breadcrumbs, you can use crackers if you want, but you know what? Make sure that you crush your crackers really, really well. I don't like big chunks of crackers in my meatloaf. Or, well, you know what I'm saying. We're gonna add some salt and pepper in here. Because my hands are already dirty, I'm not gonna use my salt or pepper grinder. I'm not gonna wash them and then re-dirty them. So I'll just keep one hand clean. And then just add just the already ground up salt and pepper. These are literally some of the biggest peppers I've ever seen. Look at that. I bought 4. I thought I bought 5, but you know what? Good Lord. One, it's definitely plenty, so, per person. How big that one is. I'm going to cut the top of it off. Now, some people cut theirs lengthwise, this way, and make them, stuff them that way to where they're like boats like that. If you want to do that, you can do that, but that's not the way I'm doing it today. I usually do it this way. This is the way my mom always done it. Save your bag that you put them in so you can put your seeds in there. And I'm just gonna, clean it out here, and look at that. Lord, I hope I have enough stuffing, because these are some big peppers. Look at that. I'm gonna get all of these cleaned, and then we'll come back. You're gonna want to find a nice baking dish. Let's see if all these fit in there. Yep, that'll be fine. Look at that. That'll be perfect. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to cut some of the bottom off of them. Or you could pierce holes in them if you wanted to. Actually, because I want to take some of this down, because I want to be able to put some foil over top of it. So I want them to be about this size. So I'm going to cut a nice little area out of here. And if it doesn't take it down to... see, what that's going to do is that's opened it up in the bottom, and that's perfectly fine. You want that to be open somewhat down there, because the meat that I'm using, the ground chuck, it's fatty. That's why I like it, because it has a lot of flavor. Don't throw these away. Freeze these, or get you some ranch dressing, cut these up and eat that. But I like to use that. That's my favorite to use, because it's so full of flavor. Now, if you want to go the healthier route and use ground turkey, ground chicken, whatever, you can certainly do that. But then you just won't have to make sure, you don't have to make sure that you have, no big holes in the bottom of them, because, that grease, you won't have to worry about it draining, because there's no grease in turkey or chicken, right? All right, perfect. Now, I'll give you some ranch dressing for those. So what you're gonna do next is you're gonna stuff them. So you're just gonna add your meat mixture down into your peppers. Oh Lord, what I wouldn't give to have one of my mom's stuffed peppers. I mean, I know these are going to be amazing, but you know what? Nobody cooks like your mother, right? I'm going to put more meat in that. I just want to start getting some filled here. We're going to add more. I'll stuff that baby full. Like I said, if I have any extra meat left over, then I'm just going to wrap it up in some saran wrap, real nice and tight. And then I'll put it in a freezer bag and I'll label it what it is. And then when I want a meatloaf, a small meatloaf, maybe just for me and the hubby, then I can take it out and then just, you know, put it on a pan and bake it. With your remaining tomatoes that you have. See, I left them in the can. How convenient. I'm going to add a little bit of ketchup to this. We're going to thicken this up a little bit with a little bit of ketchup. This is going to go right over the top. We're going to add a little bit more garlic powder to that. Another little dash of Worcestershire, because you want this flavored. You want this to taste like what is going in your meatloaf. I do anyway. And you just stir it. Look at that. Oh gosh, guys. What do you think? What do you think? Spoon some right over the top. You know what? I think I like the look of those diced tomatoes on top of that. I think that looks beautiful, don't you? Now, we're going to put foil on top of this. Well, before we do, we're going to add some water in the bottom of the pan. There we go. You're going to add a good half a cup because you want that not to burn on the bottom. Anything that comes out of that, you don't want it to burn on the bottom. It's just going to help collect that grease as well, and it's going to help ensure that your peppers turn out nice and tender. Put some foil on it. My battery's dying. I'm going to put these in the oven for about 50 minutes, I'm thinking. Until my meat's done, my peppers start getting nice and soft, I'm going to pull them out. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of cheese on them, and then we're going to eat. Alright guys, I baked them in the oven for exactly an hour. I pulled them out, sprinkled a little bit of Parmesan cheese on them, as well as a little bit of mozzarella cheese. You've seen them when I pulled them out. They look absolutely amazing. My house smells amazing. I got my potatoes going on. In the background, they're almost done. I cannot wait to eat. I hope you like this recipe. I hope you give it a try soon. They're delicious. You gotta trust me. My mama used to make them. You know I love you guys so very much. I appreciate you, and I'll see you on the next one.